Good morning, y'all. It's Marvelous Monday. Diana Cook with Thomason Realty Group. I hope that everyone had a great week and an awesome weekend. It is a beautiful, sunny day to the start of the week, but it is cold. So please check on your fur babies, any of your elderly friends and neighbors, and make sure that everybody is safe and warm. Today we are going to talk about purchasing older homes versus newer homes. Brand new construction is a whole other ballgame, and we'll talk about that next week. But get a lot of questions from buyers when we are out looking at homes about checking out homes that might be 40, 50, 60 years old, even older, versus homes that are 10, 25 years old. You know, a lot of it is going to come down to your preference, what you're looking for in a home and what you want. You know, a lot of the older style homes were built to last, number one. That is a definite. But number two, they're a little bit more compartmentalized. So if you're looking for that open floor plan, unless you find a home that has been renovated and updated, you're not going to be able to get into an open floor plan as much as what you would like. Kitchens, bathrooms, a lot of the times need to be updated. Flooring, painting. But it's going to be a home that you possibly, if you can get it for the right price, can go in and make those adjustments and make it your own. The newer homes, you know, they're going to be a little bit more updated, but you're going to want to look at how it was built and what it has to offer. You know, it's going to come down to your style, what you're looking for you personally, your family, if you have one, the needs that you guys have. You know, do you think that you can go in and make the adjustments and anything that you need to do, the renovations, the upgrades, for a price that's going to fit within your budget? You definitely don't want to get into a home that's what you're looking to do, and you know, your budget gets so tight that you can't do anything, and then you're unsatisfied and you're unhappy with what you've got. So you want to make sure that you're getting it for a price that you can do those things. You know, I personally prefer an older home. I love the character that an older home has, but that's my preference. You know, there's a lot of buyers that don't. Those things don't make a difference to you or them. So, my advice, do your research. Really sit down and look at your budget. And when you are working with a lender, make sure you sit down with them and talk about everything that you can with them, as far as your monthly payment, your insurances, your taxes, and everything else, because you want to make sure that you definitely don't want to go into a home that, you know, especially if you're married and or you have a partner that you're going to be living with, you want to make sure that you can look down the road and say, okay, if something was to, God forbid, happen to one of our jobs or to one of us, that the other person can pick up the mortgage and everything that's going to need to be taken care of for that time period that you or the other is not going to be able to work. This is my main thing, and it's a big thing that I talk over, especially with first-time home buyers. So again, you know, I know, you know, when we left high school, college, we said no more research, no more this, no more that. But this is a place that you definitely need to. You know, you want to research every facet and every asset of it, every little piece of the puzzle that you can. And I know I'm kind of just going back and forth this morning, but it's so important, you know, to do this research and to be prepared and to know what you want and what you can live without. Having a list of things that are definite needs, absolute needs, there's nothing wrong with that. And having that list of wants, if you can mark some of those off, that's great too. But you just want to make sure that you're going into this transaction with your eyes wide open. And that is the biggest part of any discussion that that I can have with these videos or anything else, or when I'm sitting across a desk from you or a table from you, or we're out looking at homes, or even with your own realtor. Talk, be honest, be open, and just know that what you want, that you absolutely have, is something that you don't want to go back on. So if it means stepping away and maybe saving up a little bit more money or paying off a little bit more debt so that you can qualify for a little bit more, whatever the case may be, just make sure that you do that. I can't stress that enough. Anything that I talk about on these videos, I definitely encourage everyone to step up and talk with your lender and with your own realtor and your own attorneys and find out and dig into it further. I don't know all the answers. I don't pretend to know all the answers, but I try to give just a little bit of the best advice that I can. So when it comes to older homes versus newer homes, older homes, you're going into a situation that the wiring is going to be completely different. The plumbing, the insulation, the windows, the roof may be older, the HVAC system, even if there is one, it may have oil furnace, gas furnace, electric baseboard heat, just whatever the case may be. Just make sure that you are prepared for those situations along the line. Newer homes, you're going to have more updated systems, but the house may be built a little bit differently, but it's going to be built to a different standard of codes. So, you want your pros and your cons. You definitely want more pros than you do cons when you're going through and checking that list, and you want to make sure that you just do your research. Do whatever you can. We have the internet at our fingertips 24/7. It's not that hard to. So just take a look into it and see what it is that you're exactly looking for. Do research on the internet. Going out and looking at homes is not a big thing. I would rather take you out and show you, multiple homes, and I have done so, until, you walk through that front door and you know that that is yours. This is where you belong. This is where you want to be. I think that's the greatest feeling in the world, and I love seeing that smile come up on, a first-time home buyer, or even a second or third time home buyer's face when they walk through the doors and they know that that's the place that they want to be with themselves, with their family, whatever the case may be. So research. There is so much information out there today versus years ago, 10, 20 years ago, when people were looking for their homes. So I can't encourage you enough to do so. I know I sound like a broken record, and I apologize, but that is my spiel for today. Next week, we're going to talk about brand new construction. There's quite a few things to be aware of and to be knowledgeable of when you go into looking at a brand new construction home. So I am gathering some information for that. Yes, I do my own research. So you guys have a wonderful week. Enjoy your week. Put a smile on your face, and I will be back next week. Bye.